In today's episode of the Hexagon Challenge, it's the second Cote d'Azur for the season. Can we do a clean sweep over Nice? Also, we wrap up transfer deadline day, and if Ruben Loftus-Cheek left us, let's get into the intro and today's episode. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. A quick reminder that if you do enjoy today's episode, then go down below. Please leave a thumbs up on it. It is greatly appreciated. And if you are enjoying the series and have not done so already, also subscribe to the channel and turn that notification bell on as well, so you guys are informed when a new video does drop on the channel. So we haven't played too far from yesterday's episode where we took on Limes and defeated them 1-0 at the end of January. That was a day before transfer deadline day. We have had one game since then, and unfortunately we dropped points to a team who are just outside the relegation zone, taking on Caen at home as well. So a disappointing result here, albeit with our rotated squad. We were absolutely dominating this first half, but had nothing to show for it. And then in the 43rd minute, Zorko heads a ball on for Traore. Goron comes out for it and is an absolute no man's land. A bit of a shocker from him there. And we were facing an uphill battle, and it took us until the 80th minute where Hudson-Odoi had a shot blocked. Flavio Henrique with a fair bit of venom, bit of anger you'd say, putting that in the top left-hand corner, and that is how we rescued a point. You look at the stats and we got well and truly FM'd here, but it is happening a little bit to us so far this season. So that's a frustrating draw, it's fair to say. And it took some of our impressive bench players to save us a point here. But I would have thought the rotation team, considering they did a decent job for us in the Europa League, would have done a job for us against a team who are fighting for relegation, and unfortunately they didn't, which was very frustrating indeed. So that is what happened in the one game we have played since yesterday's episode. Now, we did have an offer for Ruben Loftus-Cheek that had not been sorted out by the end of yesterday's episode. In the end, he has left us. Unfortunately, it was actually after the transfer window closed in France, so we haven't been able to bring in a replacement for him, which is a little bit frustrating. But as I said, considering he is 32 years old, on the decline, he's still got some pretty good stats about him, and ironically, he literally just got his European citizenship granted as this transfer was happening, so it was a bit frustrating on the whole. But he's 32, as you can see, his value's declined now down to 21.5 million. I think it was a good time to cash in on Loftus-Cheek. So we did get rid of him. He is in Saudi Arabia, mainly playing Asian Champions League because it's the only competition going on in that country. But he has left us. We got 35 million for him. Not all of that has gone to the transfer budget, but it has propped it up somewhat. And that means we now have 43 million available. That money for Tessier and Mikado hasn't actually come out of the budget yet, which is a little bit frustrating. I would have thought that would have happened by now. So I'm hoping that does happen, because otherwise it's a bit of a wasted budget we could have spent there. But as I said, it felt like a good transfer to allow, considering his age and that his value is on the decline. So Loftus-Cheek is out of the team. In terms of reinforcements, we've bought a player in from the under-19s, Pierre-Francois Lahire. You can see he's got a little bit of potential. He'll do a job for us when we absolutely need him. Hopefully we don't need to call on him too much. It will be if a couple of injuries happen, but he's going to be mainly in the under-19s. He did start last game, actually had a couple of shots that hit the woodwork. He played pretty well, but we took him off at half-time and brought a Gume on for him, and that did help us a little bit. But he is a player who might be getting a little bit more first-team football in the second half of the season. So that wraps up the transfer window. In terms of our main squad, all the main players are here, so we've done pretty well in terms of that, as we suggested during yesterday's episode. So after dropping points in that Caen game, we are now 5 points behind Paris Saint-Germain, so they are starting to pinch a bit of a break on us, but we still have that 10-point gap on Brest in third and 15 points back to Lens in fourth. So as long as we get back on track today against Nice, which being a derby game, we have rested our first team looking ahead to this. Hopefully we can get those 3 points back and keep that gap, and maybe if PSG slip up, we can catch them up as well, albeit they are taking on Strasbourg. And you'd imagine that if we beat Nice, they are definitely going to be capable of beating Strasbourg, especially at home. But what we're going to do is we're going to get into the match coverage, and we will come back when this game starts at the Allianz Riviera, Nice v Monaco in the Cote d'Azur. Nice, the home team, here is their lineup. Diallo, their captain, Dolberg up front. Otherwise, much of a muchness. It is a team we should really be beating, but it is a derby away from home, which will make things tough. There's our lineup. Garley still in for Fernandez, still recovering from his injury, but otherwise we are pretty much at full strength for this. And also Mulder is out, so we have Fernandez in for him. So those two players out. Forgetting about poor old Mulder. He's been out for a little while now, but he isn't far away. Hopefully he might even come back for our upcoming quarter-final in the Coupe de France. But we are kicking off in our red and white, playing left to right. And it is Nice at home in the mostly black with a little bit of a shade of red on there. And we make our way into the final third early. Dembele in the box, his cross blocked. Tessier puts a ball in. It is headed away from Nice though. They are looking to get something going on the counter. And hopefully we can stop this quickly. Diakite will find Lewis. And as I said, we are looking to bounce back from that draw in the game played off camera. The ball hit up to Henri. Gardy gets the ball now. Looking to play Henri through. Can't. Back to Diakite. That is the early highlights. 0-0 as we get this underway. First main highlight. Tessier with a throw-in. Finds Puig in the 9th minute. Over to Ampadu. And hopefully we can start this game off well. Agume. Back to Ampadu. Fernandez will find Garley just inside the box. Puts a ball across. Doesn't find anyone inside. But Tessier back to Puig. What a save. That is from Montero. I thought that was hitting top left corner. But it's taken a wonderful save from the Nice goalkeeper there. And then a header from the corner. Nianzou puts it over the bar. Some good chances for us there. Still 0-0 after 11 minutes. Diakite trying to clear one long there in the 21st minute. We snuff it out, and now Puig on the ball back to tap sober, and hopefully we can get something going. It's been a very quiet game so far. Here's Flavio Henrique, but that is pretty much straight up Montero. He possibly should have held on to that, but we will have a corner from this. Dembele to put it in quickly, but Montero yet again, he's having a good game so far. 0-0 after 22 minutes. Throw into Monaco after 26 minutes. A bit of a choppy game so far, it's fair to say. Most of the highlights have been very meh. Although we might be able to get something going here. Gardy to Agume. Hopefully we're coming up towards that half-hour mark when we have been scoring goals recently. So this would be a bit nice. Dembele back to Agume. Puig. Dembele will make his way into the box. Can he find Henri? He can, but his shot is blocked. We will get a corner though. And hopefully we can make something from it. And they will show it to us. Dembele, that is headed straight back out to us. And they do get a free kick because we fouled them in the box. Pretty quiet so far, 0-0 at the half-hour mark. Throw into Nice after 40 minutes. We've got some yellow cards in our defence, both Tapsoba and Nianzou, so both centre-backs carrying yellows, which is a little bit concerning. We might have to deal with that at half-time, but we get something going here. Garrity getting in the box, passing the ball back. Now it's found its way to Puig, and hopefully we can break through before half-time. Enrique to Alvaro Fernandez, just in the box. He finds Garley as a shot, but Montero yet again is able to just parry that away pretty comfortably, albeit it will go out for a corner, but we're not going to get shown it. Still 0-0 after 42 minutes. Throw into Nice as we're approaching half-time. Not long left in this half. Diakite back to Oliver. We're here. They look to get something going. Now, Garley's blocked this, and this is a great chance to play Flavio Henrique, and if he is onside, he's not at the moment. Garley might have a chance himself. In the end, he played it to Henrique, but by then, I think the main chance had passed straight at the goalkeeper, and that is the first half. It's been very average. We've had the most chances, but not getting enough either side of the goalkeeper. I think it's fair to say the best chance came from Ricky Puig. It took a good save from Montero, but apart from that, most of our shots straight at the goalkeeper. And as I said, we've also got those centre-backs on yellow cards. We might have to make some half-time subs here because a few players not been overly impressive, it is fair to say. A couple of players on 6.6 ratings, and Alvaro Fernandez is also a little bit tight. He's at a fair bit of football with Mulder out. What we're going to do is bring Romain Ledger on for him. And I mean, Garley hasn't been great either. I think what we might do is bring Hudson-Odoi on. Given his ability rating, I believe maybe we should give him a chance considering how our current coaches rate him ahead of Gary and also Fernandez. We also notice that Edwin Quintero is now rated better than Flavio Henrique. So we've got some interesting decisions that we have to make here at Monaco in terms of our strong squad depth, but we'll make those changes for now. A little bit concerning that we've got 2 centre backs on yellow cards, but we'll try and get by with that. I haven't told them to ease off tackles, so we'll see how that goes. We get into the second half, we will be playing right to left, and hopefully we can at least create another decent chance, because it was a pretty dull first half, it has to be said. Throw into Monaco after 48 minutes. We find Puig. Now he gets the ball taken off him, and that is frustrating. Dolberg, Ampadu with a good sliding tackle to take the ball off him. And, oh, that's terrible from Tapsoba. Gives Dolberg the ball back, although they gave it straight back to Tessier. So some pretty poor play overall here in this game so far, but we do get possession back. Ligue to Hudson-Odoi, the new players on that left-hand side. Maybe that's something we can make or take advantage of, I should say. Now, Dembele gets the ball taken off him, but somehow gets it back. Now, oh, it's a lovely ball from Agume to Hudson-Odoi, but Montero is able to pull out yet another good save. Probably the man of the match so far. Dembele with the corner is cleared away pretty comfortably by Nice, and Diakite gets onto it before Puig, and they might even get a chance here, although Puig turns the ball back over for us. And this highlight continues, so something might be happening here. Romain Ligue puts a ball in for Henrique, tries to flick it on. Montero chips that out, and now it's Nice on the ball yet again. Diakite back to Oliver, and hopefully we can snuff this out, because it feels like we've been the better team. We just need to be a bit better in the final third, I think it's fair to say. Nianzou and Ligue knocking the ball around. Long ball for Flavio Henrique, and he should get to this one-on-one with the keeper. And no, the defender closed it down just enough, and he was offside anyway. Still 0-0 after 52 minutes. Okay, we're in the 65th minute here. I think what we're going to do is take Flavio Henrique off for Quintero. He's our best player on the bench. He's probably a bit harsh not to have a starting spot. What I might have to do is actually think about changing a tactic. We'll bring Quintero on for Henrique for now, and hopefully we can get a winning goal in these last 25 minutes. Thrown to Nice not long after that substitution. Now last, we've got 3 players on yellow cards too, so if we get a red card, we're in a bit of poop here, as Quintero plays that to Puig. Fresh off the bench is Quintero. That's a poor pass back for Tessier, but we will at least keep possession. Some of the passing in this game has been very poor. It's looked like a bit of a mid-table clash, if anything, instead of a couple of teams who, well, at least in our case, are challenging for the title. Now, Dembele with a long shot. It's blocked. Montero will clear that long, and Palizovic gets on the end of that. Now Tessier heads that back to Goron. Not much of a highlight there. Still 0-0 with 20 to go. But we do have a throw-in that Ampadu will find Hudson-Odoi from. Just sneaking his way into the box. Has a bit of space there, but Montero, again, well positioned. And the shot was pretty soft. Still 0-0 with 15 to go. Throw-in to Monaco. Still 15 minutes to go. Dembele back to Puig, and he tries to find Hudson-Odoi. He's in the box. What can he do? He crosses that for Dembele, but the shot blocked. We will have a corner though. But yeah, it's been a fairly dull affair, unfortunately. We put this ball in. Nianzou can't rise to put that in the back of the net. Puig will claim things, but will we get anything going from this highlight? Tessier now on the ball. We'll find Dembele, or at least he tries to. The ball's gone into touch, and it's looking like a dull 0-0 at the moment. Although Nice are going to try and change that in the 78th minute. Calagiris is made his way through. He's just got a defender holding him up at the moment. They find Dolberg, but that is straight at Goron. That's Nice's best chance of the game. And that's a nice long throw from Goron. He does have that in his locker. Out to Dembele. He will try and find Hudson-Odoi. That's a good ball. Can he get either side of the defender here? Or find someone to put it in the back of the net? He can't. It goes out for a corner. And we will get shown at Dembele. Whips it in quickly. Diallo heads it back out to Dembele. Might be offside. No, back to Puig. Dembele again in the box. Tries to put it in for someone like Quintero, but yet again it's blocked. It's just not happening today. 0 after 80 minutes. Throw into Nice at the 81st minute. Tessier heads it clear, but only out to Magna. And Oliver now on the ball. And we've just told the boys just to go from extremely high to a high tempo. Maybe just taking that extra bit of time to work a chance might help us out here, but it's been a bit dire so far, as I've said a few times. Not the most entertaining game. Dolberg now for Nice. Gets it on the side of his defender. Forces a save out of Goron. He tips it over the bar, and it will be a Nice corner. Hopefully we can keep them out, because otherwise I'm not sure if we're going to be good enough today to create anything. Another very good save from Goron, that time from a Dolberg header. And we are under the pump here with less than 10 to go. They put another corner in. They try and find Dolberg. It is cleared away, and unfortunately Oliver's going to get to the ball first for Nice. as they try and get something else going. Diallo find and Bond, I believe that was. Diakite here is his shot blocked. Hopefully we can keep this in. Just not enough from us there, it's fair to say, and it remains 0 with 5 to go. 92nd minute, and we're looking like we're going towards one of our first 0-0 draws for quite some time here it would be, as the ball is retained by us despite a slide tackle. Quintero back to Hudson-Odoi. Can we get a late chance? Dembele tries to cross it, but yet again they get a body in the way, do Nice. And that was a bit dull. Sorry about that, guys. 0-0 was mostly a yellow card show. To be fair to Nice, they did create a lot more chances than most teams have against us so far this year, but that's our second draw in a row, and it feels like the Ligue title might be starting to slip away from us in the second half of the season. We started this part of the season off well, especially last month, winning all our games, but 2 draws in a row in Ligue 1, not good enough, especially against teams who were in 9th and 16th. That is just not good enough from our boys, so we've got some thinking to do. Maybe we need to implement the Quintero-Enrique partnership up top a bit sooner than I would like, but in saying that, neither of them played that well today, and not many of our players did. Players down the right-hand side tried their best, and Goron with a couple of good saves to keep us in it. Same with Nice, their goalkeeper, Montero, but their defence on the whole did have a pretty good game, but we'll tell the boys that wasn't good enough and try and regroup and get back to winning ways. So what that means for Ligue we are 4 points behind PSG, but we played the first game of that weekend, so they have a chance in the latter game today to extend that gap to 7 points, and that would be tough to run down against a team of the quality of PSG. We've also got Brest playing Reims, so some teams who are up there. So that is going to be interesting, that matchups. Hopefully Reims can do us a favour there, because Stade Brest are also starting to catch us up, but I still feel confident we'll be in the Champions League next season somehow, but hopefully we can turn this form around sooner rather than later. So in tomorrow's episode, we hopefully game's a bit more entertaining than that one was, because boy oh boy was it dull. We will be coming back. I think we'll come back for that big PSG game. It might not be as big as it probably should be, but yeah, our form slipped off, so I think we'll come back for PSG, and then we'll do a double episode with that Europa League second knockout round, and hopefully by then we should also have got ourselves into maybe a Coupe de France final. That's what the board's expecting from us. But yeah, our first team might have to back up quite quickly after that game and try and get back on the horse, because it would be nice to win a trophy this season, whether it is the Coupe de France or the Europa League, because it just now feels like Ligue 1 is starting to slip away from us, thanks to the amount of orange over both December and February. Otherwise, our form's been pretty good this season, but feels like the orange dots during those months are going to come back and bite us in the end. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do go down below and leave a thumbs up on it. And if you have not done so already, then hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on if you do enjoy this Hexagon challenge here on the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and until tomorrow's episode, keep on keeping on. I'll see you then. Cheers.